Okay, guys, so today, or in this video, we're going to just go over a little bit more specifics on your Notans, okay? So in your sketchbook, you should have drawn two small designs, kind of like our thumbnails, that are just featuring geometric and organic designs, okay? So shapes that are geometric are your regular shapes, and then your organic ones are freeform. And then you are to sketch your name twice. Now, a couple things I want to point out. All your letters should hit the bottom and not hit the top, okay? So, and just like this in my other design, same thing. All I did was just choose a little different style of letter. All right, then with your rough copy, all right, I just picked my design. Actually, I changed it a little bit and did it a little bigger. And then I chose my style that I wanted to do for my name. So you're actually going to be doing two finals, one geometric organic, and then the other one your name. So I just wanted to go over doing these finals. So first thing you're going to do, and you'll see this in your instructions, this is for the geometric organic one. We need a 4-inch square. So what I always like to do is start in the corner because that's less cutting. And this is our inches, our big inches. So I'm going to make sure that this measures on the end here. Okay, and then I'm going to make a mark at 4 inches. All right, I'm going to do the same, but doing it this way. So I'm going to go here, make another mark at 4 inches, and just make sure that this levels up. All right, so now I'm going to draw my square, okay? If you did not have cardstock and rulers, you were given the opportunity to pick this up at school. I did have cardstock and rulers for all of you to use. So, all right, so this is my, let's say my 4-inch. And then secondly, we need an 8-inch square. Now, what do you notice? This is only 7 inches. So for your 8-inch square, you're going to have to use a different color and a different paper. And that's the point, really, is to have alternating colors. So I grabbed green, and now I'm going to go 8 inches. I'm going to start the same way at a corner. I'm going to put a line at 8 inches here. And come on down, put a line at 8 inches here. And then measure 8 inches here. So it's very close, almost to the bottom, but not quite. So after I have made my squares, then I'm going to cut out. So I'm just going to quickly cut out my 8-inch square. My 8-inch. Cut out my 4-inch. All right, awesome sauce. Okay, now this part would be handy to measure, but I'm pretty good at visually guessing on things. So I'm going to place this where I think it's very close to the center. But if you want to measure, it should be 2 inches all the way around. So once I've got it where I think it's close to the center, you're going to make like little corner marks, just so we know where this square should be placed. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I'll even kind of do it darker just so it's easy to see. All right, and then now is where we design our shapes on our little square here. So this is the fun part. So you can be looking at your sketchbook to see what you designed. So one thing I wanted to talk about was double cuts. So a double cut, this would be one single shape, right? If I wanted to do a double cut, it's actually drawing another shape inside. You can even do a triple cut, which would be what? Cutting even another shape inside, all right? So right now I'm just drawing all my shapes. Now, keep in mind, we never want to cross the middle exactly, and we never want to draw a shape on the corner. Okay, so you can draw on all four sides, just don't draw on the corners, okay? So now I'm gonna come up here and do my little waves, and I'm doing a double cut because I'm drawing a shape within a shape. And this one, actually, I'm going to do a triple cut. Oh, no, you didn't, Miss Weaver. All right, so now, and I'm not going to be able to finish this all just for the sake of y'all watching, but so once I have my shapes drawn out, now it's cutting. Now, keep this in mind. You don't ever want to draw a shape that you don't think you can cut. So that means don't draw something that's itty bitty tiny or way detailed. Remember, this is a shape project. We're working on shapes. So keep it very simple because you are going to have to cut every one out. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom. I'm going to cut out my big wave. Okay. And then I'm going to cut out, this is my triple cut. So I've got two shapes inside, right? I'm going to cut those out. Also, I did this in marker, so it's easy for y'all to view. You do not want to draw your shapes in marker. You want to do them in pencil because you really don't want to see black lines on the shapes when we glue them down. Again, the only reason I did that was to show you the actual shapes that I'm drawing and just make it easy to see. But you are going to want to draw a pencil and draw it lightly because it looks kind of messy when you have black line everywhere. So I'm going to cut out one more, and then I'm going to show you how to start gluing it down. And again, all these are in my Schoology presentation too on how to do Notans, but I just wanted to give you another closer look, okay? All right, so this is all I'm going to do for. All right, so now that you have all your shapes, let's say we have all our shapes, okay? So you're going to glue this part down in the center once all your shapes are done, okay? I have a glue stick somewhere. Now, this is the easy way. Is what I do is I line them all up here, okay? This is glued down. And then I put them back in. And then I say, okay, I'm going to flip. So as I'm flipping, I'm going to apply some glue here. And I don't want to get it on the green, so I'm just going to do it on my desk. Okay. All right. So look, I did this, and now I'm flipping. And you want to make sure, all right, that these little, and mine's moving, but this lines up, okay, just like that. Now this shape was in here, right? But I don't want it to go there because then there wouldn't be a shape. So triple cut or double cut, that's why it kind of gets a little confusing. It's almost like you leave it right there. So you flip one and leave the other one, okay? So just like that. Same with here. I would put them back in here, just like that. Oh, and actually, here's my other shape. All right, so gosh, it's really moving since I haven't glued that down. So I want to put my glue on here and flip it, lining up the edges. Once again, so much easier when the base is glued down, but I'm going fast. And this one, we're going to put back in its place. So I'm going to put there. And then we have this little guy here, right? So he was right there, and actually now we're going to flip him like that. And he is sticking to me because I have glue on my finger. Get off my finger, little man. Okay, well, anyways. So you're going to go all the way around, cutting, gluing, drawing, okay? And this is for the organic. So here's mine here. All right, so again, you see my pen. You don't ultimately want to see any lines when you're done. All right, so we're going to quickly move on to, this is your geometric organic one. Now we're going to go to the name. All right, so the name is pretty basic in that you're going to take 2 full sheets of paper and you just divide them in half. So a standard construction piece of paper is 8.5. So 8.5 divided by 4 is what? Can you tell me? 8.5. So there we got 8.5 would be 4 1/4. Okay. So gonna make a line about 4 1/4, and then 20 minutes. Oh, wait. Oh. Really don't know what's going on here. Hold on. Okay, so sorry. Something just happened. Okay, so now that I've measured, I think I was recording another movie. Awesome. You're just going to divide a line right there. Okay, and remember in our sketchbook, we drew our names. So a couple things. Remember I said don't touch the top, but touch the bottom. So now it's just a matter of drawing. And again, I'm going to do this really quickly. Okay. Remember, draw something that you think you can easily cut out. All right, I'm just going to stick with Tiff. All right, now you're going to now cut this in half. Okay, and remember we also talked about positive and negative shapes. So this paper right here with our name is now going to turn into positive and negative shapes, just like our Notan, but a little bit more clear picture to see here. So I'm just going to cut out the letters. Maybe if I can get through all three of them. I think I can. Remember, you take your time, make your full name, do pretty letters, look at my final. Again, I'm just doing this to get through the demonstration quickly. Now, keep in mind, I have a dot over my eye. All right, I want to keep the dot over my eye and not connect it. So this gets a little, have you ever folded it in half, kind of like you're doing a heart, you know? And so you get your little scissors in there, and it's not going to be pretty. The best way would probably be to do an X-Acto knife, but that's super fancy. All right, so there's my I. Very important to keep all your letters together, so I'm pushing them over there. And now all I have is my F. I didn't even give Tiff 2 F's. All right, so get my little F here. All right. Okay, so this would be our negative space, our negative shape, remember, because it's all the space around our positive. And now our letters would be our positive. So you find a paper of another color, and you are going to glue this down upside down. I wish I could get this a little zoomed out, but so I'm going to glue this. I love glue sticks. They make everything go so fast. All right, so I flipped it over. So it's like flipped and upside down. And I'm trying to glue it right on the edge, this bottom edge. All right, just like that. All right, I glue that down. And now, just like I did with the regular Notan, you're going to, look, I'm going to fit it in here. I'm going to fit it and flip it. And you want to line it up just like that. So I'm going to put my glue on. And I'm going to line up my edges as close as I can and glue it down. All right. So next with the eye, I'm going to fit it and flip it. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue right here and glue it down. Now, my eye, my little dot, I don't necessarily have to flip it because I kind of know where that goes. Here's my F, fit it, and flip it. All right, so there we have our positive shapes and our negative shapes and my very cool name. So again, this is your name, Notan, and we did the other one, but email me for questions. Go to the Zooms for questions, and I can't wait to see them.